Ladies and gentlemen, children of the interwebs, Sebastian Envy, strong style, nerd, strong style, cinephile. Yes, I'm usually wearing this shirt, not, suited and booted like I am now. I went to a celebration of the life of a coworker that I knew and respected, and so that's why I'm dressed like this. It was just one of those kind of moments where it's just you see all those people gathered to honor him and his legacy and his name, and kind of see all the things he did in his life. It was a really good occasion, all things considered. But it also kind of puts more focus on the fact that the dude did so much in his life, and it's like, by comparison, what have I done? It kind of motivates you to we know time on this planet is fleeting, so we've got to make the best of it that we can. But we're not here to geek about that. I'm gonna get off my soapbox on that for a little bit, but we are here to geek about San Diego Comic-Con and the Arrowverse that I had talked for 10 or 11 minutes for a video that I was gonna do, and then just clicking around on the interwebs, and greenarrow.tv, the site that I go to for Arrowverse news, they posted a photo shoot that was from Entertainment Weekly that had Oliver's new costume plus details on the upcoming season. So let's geek about that for a few minutes. Now, first off, if you're taking a look at the costume, which I'll throw up here on the screen, I'm digging the look of this costume. It's very, very nice. And kind of some of the details that Stephen Amell had laid out, which is kind of what we thought about, what I've said in past videos, is that Arrow, as we know it, has come to an end. Season 8, final season, final 10 episodes, is going to be something totally different. Amell confirms that. And that's very nice to see that that will be the case in some of the other details. In the article, it says they're kind of taking Arrow on the road and kind of taking him to different places as he's working with the Monitor to prepare for the crisis. And one of the producers was talking about seeing Arrow, or Oliver, standing alongside the Monitor. Kind of notes how far they've come with the show, since in the beginning, very much in first couple seasons of the show, it had to be grounded and gritty. I hate those stupid buzzwords. And they didn't really delve into the comic book world, Flash hit the ground running, just full tilt in his comic book roots, and superpowers and metahumans and all that kind of fun stuff. They just hit the ground running. Legends has just gone full tilt into the campy, over the top type stuff, but Arrow kind of had to be dragged, I think, in that direction. But it goes to show you that, and you can kind of see how it has evolved, because I think season 4 was a big magic season with Damien Dark, even though that season missed more than it hit. But storylines, characters like that, comparing, what happened in season 8 or season 7 to what was happening in season 1, it's a very, very different TV show. One of the other aspects of the season, which we're going to see Oliver deal with, is acceptance, and the fact that he's been told he's going to die. He has a set amount of time left on this earth, and it's going to be him dealing with that, and I guess trying to make the best of it in the time that he has left. So interesting stuff going forth with season 8 of Arrow, the final 10 season. Now, we know we should get more details this weekend, because CW has a whole Saturday panel lined up for their other shows, and some of the details, kind of questions we have going into San Diego Comic-Con is the future, and how what kind of part that's going to play in all of this. We know that the actors for Mia, Connor, and William, as I just read, have been upped to series regulars. Now, that could be a good and bad thing, kind of salt and pepper type of thing, because it means we're going to see more of them and more of the future stuff. But is that going to be at the expense of finishing the story in the present and kind of setting Arrow up for whatever leads into the crisis, having the actual crisis dedicated episode? And will there be a fallout episode? Will the series finale of Arrow be sort of a crisis fallout? Will we see Felicity come back? Did she film anything in the last season, maybe the tail end, that kind of can be slotted into season 8? Or will she actually be back in season 8? Will she come back in the series finale, so she can get reunited with Oliver in whatever world, multiverse reality they're going to live in after the crisis, whatever happens with the crisis, which we kind of expect will shrink things down to where there's one Earth, or it might not. The comic book crisis is one thing. Arrowverse crisis can be something totally different and take things in totally other different directions. As I've said, it's a chance to reset, reshape, refine, redefine the Arrowverse going forth. It's the shot in the arm that the formulaic Arrowverse needs to survive and thrive going forth. I just want them to just take this opportunity to really use the crisis and just keep what's good, fix what's broken. I mean, I love the Arrowverse, I love the shows, but they're not perfect. And this is a chance to take a scalpel or take a sledgehammer and just fix what is broken. Keep the good stuff, blow out the bad stuff, and let's just see what happens going forward. We also got a tweet with a costume tease for what could be somebody's Green Arrow costume, and possibly there was some black leathery looking costume. Is it going to be a proper Black Canary non-bondage edition for Laurel? Is it going to be for Zoe in the future? Is she gonna? We haven't seen anything about her actress being bumped up. Will she be a Black Canary in the future? Will Mia be a Black Canary in the future? Or will she indeed be a Green Arrow in the future? Probably Green Arrow. We know that Oliver's going to be hopping around. We know that the first episode of this next season is Starling City. So we also know that Colin Donnell, Josh Shigera, Tommy Merlin, Adrian Chase, respectively, are coming back in guest roles. Will they be on this Starling City? Will it be a different time? Will it be a different Earth? Those are the types of things, the kind of questions we need answered coming out of San Diego Comic-Con. Will there be a production trailer thus far? If anything, it'll be like little bits of new season stuff, mostly like rehashed season pass footage, especially with Arrow coming to an end. I expect there to be like lots of retrospective of kind of footage and kind of spun up into this new trailer or whatever. We know Flash is filming. We know Legends started filming. We know Supergirl's been filming. So there's lots of Arrowverse goodness that will come out of San Diego Comic-Con. So I'm excited to kind of see. I'm envious of the people that get to go to Comic-Con, especially those guys whose channels I follow, like mostly for toy stuff. Your Shartimus, your JC, your Robo with Foosh, guys who at this point, like San Diego Comic-Con is an old hat to them. They have their routines, they have their people that they always go hang with and bunk with and room with, and people that they talk to, stuff that they do. They have their routines, and I'm just sitting back like living vicariously through them, just hoping and wishing that one day I will be amongst them on the floor of San Diego Comic-Con. One of these days, sooner, later, hopefully, I don't know. So yeah, those are some of my thoughts on it. Quick, kind of jumped around. I had this whole other video that I did. I may even splice in some of that older other stuff that I talked about into this video, but I just saw the Green Arrow costume. I had to geek about that for a few minutes because I love the look of the costume. Like I said, we got some details from the upcoming season, so it'll be interesting, like I said, to get more information about that, about Batwoman, about the Flash, about Supergirl, even though I don't watch that show outside of the crossover episodes, about Black Lightning, and what's going to be going forward with that. So those are some of my thoughts on it. What do you guys out there think about what we know about Arrow? What kind of questions you have about Arrow, the Arrowverse as a whole, or maybe San Diego Comic-Con? Maybe you're out there having fun like I wish I could be doing. As for me, just trying to do my thing, talking about comics, comic book shows here, doing some filmmaking. Some details will be coming up on some short films that I'm working on. Maybe spotlight some gear that I'm picking up because I'm looking to reinvest into the gear that I have, so be on the lookout for that. Got a comedy, got a horror spoof, and some other things I want to work on. If you looked on my channel, which I'll link below, I put out the season 1 finale of the stop motion series that I'm working on with my Transformers. Trying to get better and better with each one of those that I do because it's fun. It takes a lot of time, but it's fun and cool to do if you're into that sort of thing. Wrestling wise, you want to see me in the ring, you can catch me on this week's CWF TV. I'm off my long erroneous suspension. I'll put that link below again. You can see me back in the ring doing my thing, going places, kicking faces. You can come see me live this Saturday, Fate, Texas, for the Craig Williams Memorial Tag Team Tournament. It's a tournament that's done in the name of a longtime fan, since passed away. And it's fun, it's good to participate in stuff like that. It honors the people that have so much love and affection for the CWF and what we do as a pro wrestling outreach ministry. So I'll put the links to that. You can check that kind of stuff out if you want to. And so many other things to talk to. Social media's there, so follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Talk to me there, talk to me here. So many things. I feel like I jumped around. Like my previous video was so much more put together than this one was, but I had to talk about the Green Arrow costume. So, let's geek.